Hi class, this is Mrs. Gooch just to remind you about what we covered in class today. So here are our two I can statements. So mainly we worked on finding the volume of right prisms and what that would look like in the real world or story problems. So remember, a volume is how much of something will go into a three-dimensional figure. Volume is measured in cubic units. Today we talked about how those cubic units might look like centimeters cubed, feet cubed, meters cubed. Okay, so any of those, or inches cubed, is typical things. Okay, that's what we were talking about today. All right, so let's try to remind ourselves that what we'll be working with is the volume equals the area of the base times the height of the prism. And remember that height of that prism is always going to be the height of the rectangle. So again, here is a really good way of remembering this. Remember, we have to start with the area of the base and the area of the times the height. So in class, we talked about how this actually looks like for the top one, which is a rectangular prism. Remember, I was going volume of a rectangular prism equals the length times the height times the width. And all of that's true. And then for the volume of a triangular prism, we had 1/2, because we're dealing with triangles, base of the triangle, which is one of the right angle pieces, times the height of the triangle, which is the other part of the right piece, and then the height of the rectangular piece. And that's how we found it. All right, so let's try a few. So here we have one. This is clearly a rectangular prism, so I'm going to quickly write down that equation. All right, so here is the equation. So here is my length, that's 6, so I'm going to put it underneath the L. My width is 8, and my height is that 15. So type that into your calculator. All right, so I found that 6 times 8 times 15 gives me 720, but I always have to remember I'm dealing with a three-dimensional shape. My units on this are yards, so I need to write in yards, and because it's volume, my yards are going to be cubed. All right, let's try one where we are doing a triangular prism. So again, quickly write down the equation we're going to use. All right, so here I have my equation I'm using. I know it's a triangular prism because I have clearly marked this triangle. So now I go, well, it's a triangle, so I always have to have the 1/2 times the base. So I look at where the right triangle is being formed. I see that it is at 5.5. Times the height, which is that 2 inches. And then I see from the base to the back part of the other base is 4 inches. So now type that into your calculators. All right, class, so when I went and typed that into my calculator, I get 22. And again, my units on this are inches, so I need to have inches. And because it is volume, I need to make sure that I have it cubed as well. All right. Good luck, class. Have a great night doing your homework. Bye.